Hi and welcome to Arsenal Fan Zones, the show that brings you the latest information as it concerns Arsenal. If you're visiting this channel for the first time, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever there is a new video. Okay, so let's talk transfer. This time of the year, or rather the season, you have clubs scouting for new players just to fortify their team eventually when the second half of the season starts. For the records, we have just 4 players left at the World Cup after the elimination of Switzerland and Japan. That by implication means that Granit Xhaka and Takeru Tomiyasu are all out of the World Cup. So you have the likes of Bukayo Saka, Aaron Ramsdale, William Saliba, and of course Gabriel Martinelli left at the World Cup. Sometimes you just feel or wish that these other countries just get crashed out so that these players get back to join the other team who are back there in Dubai. But of course that will also be selfish, and you also want to see these players go very far at the World Cup as well. It is obviously no news that Gabriel Jesus has had a knee surgery. Thankfully, it was a successful one. But the implication of that is that he will be out of the team for about 3 months, as they say. And that's actually a very huge vacuum, Now, the big question is, what eventually happens in his absence? Are we going to be left with just Eddie Nketiah? Will he be able to carry the load, or we will have to bring in some players just to fill in that position? Well, not just that position alone. You still want to fortify the team as well. We are actually 5 points clear of Manchester City. But it's just, again, I don't know why I have to hit this all the time. It's just 14 matches with 24 to go. That is still very, very much, a tall order. And whether we can continue in that great form or we will bring in new players to fortify the team is another big question. There's been quite, a number of players being linked to Arsenal. Which is obviously not surprising. At this time of the season, you get virtually all players actually linked to Arsenal. And also the talk about the possible recall of Florin Balogun back to the team is also a huge possibility. Look at what he's been able to achieve with Rennes so far in the French league. 8 goals in 15 games is absolutely an incredible record for a player who is just 21 and going out to play what looks like his first major season. So it is also possible that Florin Balogun will be called back, but then you also don't want to interfere in his progress as a young player, because at this point in time you want to see the players at that age maintain a steady progression and then see how you can bring them subsequently in the league, maybe next season. There's been the talk of Modric Mikhailo as well. This player has actually been linked to Arsenal for quite a while now. He probably might be the number 1 player that has been linked with Arsenal for a period of time. The talk of Tammy Abraham. You also have Yuri Tillemans. This is another player that has actually been linked to Arsenal for quite a period of time now. And whether all of those deals will actually eventually come true, or will just probably just slide. Okay, so I was having a conversation with an Arsenal fan recently, and I was asking the big question: who do you think Arsenal should be bringing in as a, some sort of replacement for Gabriel Jesus in the January transfer window. And the only name that he could give me was Vincent Abubakar. Wow, Vincent Abubakar. Well, maybe you leave your views in the comment section on who you think Arsenal should bring in. Not just one player. As a matter of fact, what we need at this point in time is much more than one player, especially when you look at the position of Arsenal and the possibility that they can win the league. But I mean, you can't win the league with the depth we have right now. A whole lot of players. I mean, we need to sign a couple of players to fortify that team if we really mean business. So leave your comments in the comment section on who you think Arsenal should be signing this season, or who are the players Arsenal should be signing as the transfer window opens in January. Well, thank you very much for joining me on the show, and do not forget to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification button as well so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video. See you some other time.